We are currently in our Cairo Theater of Conquest event. We've been here for, gosh, coming up on about a week. Not quite yet, though. And it has been a lot of fun. We've had some pretty good fighting. We've got some teams here that I recognize, some teams here that are my first time competing against them. But there is one team in particular that seems like chat warriors or keyboard gangsters, if you will. And so I was doing a little bit of asking around, and they pretty much the common theme I got from, the handful of people I talked to about these guys is that they are just pretty much known for their toxicity. And I've definitely seen some of that in this Cairo event as well. And naturally, anytime we're in a Theater of Conquest event, there's always somebody that tries to, take a jab at me or something like that. That's completely fine, and that is completely part of, it comes with the territory of content, right? So totally to be expected. But these guys, there was quite a few of them. Now, to be fair, just like in any situation, not everybody in this alliance is bad. I've talked to some of them actually privately that seem like very genuinely nice people. But there are quite a few more of them than the average alliance that seem to be hot on the keyboard. And they were basically trying to, they were more or less encouraging me to make content. They thought that they were big and bad, and they were basically they're insinuating that they're just the tough guys on the block and that they're just going to crap all over us and there's not going to be any content. Well, it didn't go as planned, and we got some content. We got quite a bit of content. Okay, we got a lot of content, and these guys, they kind of suck. So this is going to be a funny video. They wanted content. Here's the content. Welcome back, guys. I hope you are all doing wonderful. I hope life is going well. As you can see, we have got the combat footage here on the screen. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a backstory on what was going on and how we ended up in this situation in the first place. But before we get started, if you enjoy combat footage like this and want to see more of it in the future, and if you also enjoy a little bit of justice for people that deserve it, make sure you smash this like button, subscribe to the channel if you are not already so you don't miss any future uploads. Let's try to get this video to at least 200 likes. So before we get going, here's a little bit of the backstory. So we are fighting the ZD team here and their allies, SAZ. These SAZ guys, at least as far as I can tell and from the interactions I've had with them, are pretty respectful guys. So nothing against these guys at all. But these ZD guys they're just different, man. They are just different in a not good way. I mean, they came out of the gate, night one, just talking that, and, you want to come out of the gate swinging like that? Cool, great. But you better be able to back it up. And these guys have definitely not been backing it up. In fact, I think at the time of recording this video, these guys are like next to last in repute. They spend more time in the chat rooms than they do actually fighting. And when they did try to make a push, which we definitely set back and let them try to make a push yesterday because they had done nothing the first couple of days of Cairo, they just basically ran into a brick wall after brick wall after brick wall. Now, I'm a pretty easygoing guy, right? Like, I don't really stir the pot. I don't have a reason to. I'm not interested in drama. And I'm definitely never going to start anything with somebody. But when you come out of the gate, and here's the thing, right? Like I said, doing what I do in the content side of things, getting a little bit of trash talk and some people that are jealous, I mean, that kind of is part of it. That comes with the territory. But when you've got a big chunk of the alliance, and again, not all these guys are bad. I've had actually quite a few private conversations with these guys, with some of these guys that were like, hey, man, we totally disagree with what these other guys are saying. You've helped us out a lot. We love your content. So super respectful guys on their team as well. But these ones that just sit there and jaw jack, I mean, what are we doing, folks? But again, like I said, they were running that mouth and they were like, oh, get content. Well, okay, you asked me to do it, so I'm going to do it. And here we are. So I'm going to go ahead and roll the clip. It's about 7 minutes long here, but basically, like I said, they were running into brick wall after brick wall after brick wall. We were sitting there in Discord voice chat just laughing. We thought it was hilarious. We kept hot dropping guys. Were dropping in one after another after another. We'd let them push. We jump behind them, break up their reserve lines. You know how the drill goes. But we were just sitting there having a good time with it. And there was basically, before the part of the footage that I didn't get was there was just like a little, like just enough of an opening to deploy one base, and that was it. And I managed to get in and get my base deployed before they kind of surrounded me. And here you go. You can see I'm surrounded. We've got another guy there that jumped in. Don't really know. I can't remember if he got his base up or not. It's kind of like cut off there. But anyway, I was basically sitting here just trying to snag a couple kills, you know, waiting for them to start the attack. I was just grabbing as many of these kills as I could. Evidently, he didn't get his base down. So, yes, I was trying to grab as many kills as I can, and I was trying to stay out of the range of the arty here that you can see on the front line. And I was taunting him with the emotes. Like, it was hilarious. I was having just a good time. And you will see that they failed in a pretty big way here in just a minute. So I'm sitting here. I see, okay, well, if I see some light tanks that are already hurt. They got some artillery right there. If I pop back a couple grids, you know, on the backside of my base here, I'm going to be out of range of their arty. I can snag a couple kills. So that's essentially, you can see me trying to get this set up here. Trying to get away from those arty, which I did. I dropped these light tanks, no problem. This guy, I'm not really sure if he realized he was rocking like a 7mm light tank there. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. But snagged a couple kills there. And then we had some bombers going. You can see I got snagged 156 right there off of them. Thank you, ZD. Appreciate you guys. And we're dropping in some bombers. I see an arty right here. I'm having MBT, snagged a couple more kills. Nothing crazy, just trying to pick up as much as I can while I'm here, because I fully intended to be dead, you know, in a very short period of time. They had me surrounded, had quite a few arty around me. I didn't figure I would be here for very long. Didn't figure I'd get very many kills, to be honest, just because we all know how base defensive situations go, unless you're just a mega whale. So we start hitting them with bombers. They start dispersing. I'm like, okay, great. This is going to be a perfect time. They aggroed me. One of them aggroed me, and then here we go, baby. We're off to the races. And thank you, ZD, for that. Thank you, ZD. We appreciate every single one of you. Yeah, there goes that already. Thank you, ZD. We appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for donating those reserves. Keep on feeding me, baby. Keep on feeding me. And then we just start over. SAZ's kind of hanging back like, what the f*** are these guys doing? You know, they're like, are we really allied with these guys? Unfortunately, yeah, you are. Sorry about that, SAZ. Maybe next time won't be with ZD here. But yeah, anyway, so they start running up. I don't know what they're doing. This guy north, we appreciate you. We appreciate your donations there to the kill count. Thank you very much. And so we just kept hosing them down. And yeah, I got in a really lucky spot. They aggroed me. Like I said, did not anticipate it was going to go very well. But if you want a pretty close to perfect example of what not to do when you are attacking a base, take a look at ZD. This is exactly what you don't do when attacking a base. And they just keep bringing the old army groups in. Like, come on, guys. One of them, I forgot who it was. And even if I didn't, I wouldn't say his name in the first place. Here we go. This guy's going to be a big hero here and come on into the Lion's Den. Thank you very much. But there we go. The lucky MF for tag goes up. But here's the thing, right? One of the guys insulted me. He said, hey, all you do is make content. This was a ZD player. He's like, all you do is make content, guide or informational content. But he's like, we've been here for 3 years. We don't need to know any of this. Well, I mean, you don't really attack bases very well for being here for 3 years. I mean, and here's the thing, like, this is funny. Definitely funny. Don't get me wrong. This is definitely funny. But it wasn't even like this was just a one-off, like, oopsie accident, because we all have those. This is how these guys fight. This is actually how these guys fight. I mean, they've been doing it the whole time, and it's been hilarious. And I've got so many clips of footage of this. And again, I didn't even come into this event disliking these guys. I don't know really anything about these guys. But they came out hot. I asked around, and I kept getting the common theme of, hey, these guys are kind of not good news. And so I figured, all right, well, if you're going to encourage me to make content and, kind of trash you a little bit, like, I mean, if that's what you want, like, I can do it, but I don't know. So anyway, so that was kind of the gist of that. I grabbed myself quite a few kills there. I think the kill report is going to generate here in maybe just a minute or two, if that. And then they ended up kind of regrouping. It took about 15 minutes for a regroup session there. So you can see I grabbed 1350 there, only lost 144. So they regroup, and here we go. I cut that off so that way it wasn't just sitting there for the freaking, 35 minutes it took him to regroup. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's making emotes in his name after I just absolutely smack-housed them. So they're going to surround me. They're going to kill me, and we're going to play it through. And then I snagged even more kills from these guys from this and didn't lose hardly any troops in the process. Like, it was just hilarious how bad these guys were. And look, like SAZ's like, F you guys, like, we don't want any part of this. Like, you guys go out there and you guys just keep screwing that up on your own accord. We're going to hang back and we're going to do our own thing. I mean, they don't want any part of it. It's hilarious, and I get it. Like, look, ZD or SAZ is like, nope, we're not going anywhere near that show. And I get it. I totally get it. They're like, okay. They didn't screw it up that bad. We'll come in there and we'll try to participate a little bit. Like, that's pretty much what SAZ was thinking at that point. And trust me, I get it. So I landed. My battle report generates here in just a minute. And then so I go into Cairo, and you can see this guy, this psychotic 5 guy or 5th guy. He's one of them that's been jaw jacking the whole time. Guy's just a loser. He's just looking for attention. And so anyway, I post 304. I think that was a 304 to like a 4 loss report there. I went through it pretty fast. So I blessed them with that fantastic report right there. And yeah, that was pretty much all she wrote. But yeah, bye-bye, YouTube diva. He. Well, I appreciate truly all of those kills you gave me, ZD. He. So yeah, that's what I got. Look at that. But just talking at. Yes. Thank you, ZD. We appreciate you. That's going to wrap us up for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Got to see a little bit of combat footage. Again, thank you, genuinely, ZD, for your kind donation to our kill counts. You have been feeding us above and beyond. Our stomachs are full, but we will keep eating. Do not worry. And as always, if you have made it this far into the video, if you have Discord and are not already in our community Discord server, the link to that is going to be in the description of the video. Click on that link. It'll take you right into the community Discord server. Whether you are a new player and have questions, want to learn, whether you're a veteran player and just want to come, hang out, get to know other people in the community, maybe have a little bit of cracking jokes about ZD, whatever you're into, come on in. Absolutely everybody's welcome. As always, thanks for taking the time to watch the video. We'll see you on the next one.